Sparklish Gaming bringing you another video on Atelier Ryza 2. This is Beginner's Guide to Synthesis, everything that you need to know to make it more profitable in the game and how to get every recipe possible. Coming up right after this. Welcome back, Sparklish Gaming here, bringing you a video on Atelier Ryza 2. Now this is a beginner's guide tutorial to how to synthesize items. There's a lot of, it doesn't really explain what to do in the game, which is very frustrating, and you think you have the grasp on it, and you'll play through the story a little, and it'll tell you, oh, make this ring, and you can't just make the ring outright. You have to craft one recipe into another recipe, and then get it, and we'll show you what we mean by that in just a second. So if we pop over to the cauldron and go to synthesis on here, and we can go into this. So everybody will have straight away the explosive uni. So let's do it with this. Let's explain the whole process behind it, and then once you go down the list, then you'll see that all the other items you have the grasp of that, and you understand what is needed for that. So if I go to the explosive uni now, and then zoom out, because you can zoom in and out with R2 and L2. It can actually go on here, and it will, if I look at these two are the only ones that I can put anything into. But please note as well, you have these little lines, don't you, in between these two. So if I start boosting up these two down here, I won't be able to boost up this one here, is what we're after. So this is what we're looking for, is the recipe, and this will give us a brand new recipe for the warden nut, or the weirder nut. Oh, I'm going to say that completely wrong. Do apologise. So if I look at this one here, it represents that it needs the fire symbol, which is that red symbol there. So if I go on to press triangle and sort, you can actually sort by categories and elements. So if I go on to fire, because that's what it needs, and I can go down to just a 3-star. Because unless I was putting the whole 6-star in there to make it a large, it just seems to be a waste of a higher end item. So I'm going to put the 3-star in there at the moment just to unlock the first recipe. And then if I go down onto this one here, this is what it requires uni, as it tells you in the brackets and the grey on the right hand side. So if we click into this, there'll be quite a few different things that we can put in there. So all these golden unis we can put in there and make it a little bit better if we wanted to. So let's just whack one in there at the moment, and you can see a lot of these chains has come away now, and that is exactly what we're looking for. A lot of the chains has come away. Now this requires it's got a fire ×4 on it. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to put another 3 in here, and that will unlock the top one recipe. And you see, because they were connected, and that's why it worked. It needed a couple more fires in here to blow the chains away for this one here. So if we click this one, we can actually add a 2-star, and it's imperative that on the recipe that you add everything that it needs. If I only put the 1 fire in there, it won't unlock it for me. So if I put the 2 in there, it will actually say level up, and it will change it to a new recipe. And it says, you just press yes on that one and then pick whatever. It doesn't really matter at this stage, only matters a lot later on. This is about how to get the most recipes in the game. You can see that's a brand new item that we can have there, which is perfect, which is really, really good. So with that, so that we've crafted that is absolutely amazing. So if we go back into synthesis now, when we go down, look at that, we've got another thing that we can craft here. So if I zoom out, there's no more recipes here. So there's one more actually. Look at that, the ember stone. So once I keep building this up and up and up and have the ingredients to do this, which I just need this whirling nut, so we'll get that in just a second. We'll do that together, and then I'll be able to unlock the ember stone. Once I put ember stones in here, it'll be able to change it to the omega craft, which is brilliant. Okay, so we've got a lot of these stones anyway. You get these pretty easily within the game. Let's just go and get this nut now, and then we'll come back and then we'll make our second recipe. Let's see if that leads to another one, shall we? Okay, so let's come out of here. Okay, so a place that I know where we can get that nut from is actually in the catacombs, Maiden's Catacombs. Let's go into this place. Let's start off at the start in the memorial garden, shall we? Why not? And if we run across these barrels here, you can see what I'm doing is I'm swinging it with the staff, And if I change my item to something else, it will give me different things that you can collect. And this is very important that you note that what items it gives you and what you're after. So if we swing this, we get a few of these nuts. And so you can run across here, you can just hit them a couple of times. And look, we've got them. And if that didn't suffice, if that wasn't enough, what you could do then is just simply load back into the same level. And look, they'll all be back there again, so you can literally just collect as much as you wish. So it's just giving me water, and look at that, it would just be water with all of them, so it doesn't really matter on that one. That'll give me a nut, which is beautiful. Give me a nut, which is beautiful. It's what we're after. And this one was just water again. So once we've collected enough of those, we can just simply head back to our home, which is just here on the map. Okay, so we're back home now, and we're going to go straight back into the cauldron and go to the synthesis again. So let's go down to craft now. We can actually look at this. It was red and now it's not. It means that we've got all the ingredients that we need to make it. But please note on the bottom left again, it's saying that we can actually change this recipe to another recipe. So let's go into this, shall we? And let's press R2 to zoom out so we can see exactly where we need to be. So we need to be up here, don't we? So let's start adding some effects, shall we? So let's add some effects. This is going to be a fire effect. And it needs a fire number 4 on there as well, doesn't it? So let's just add, a fire. Let's just see if I've got a 3. Let's add a 3 to here. And let's go down here, because this one is also fire. So let's add a 1 to this one. Perfect. And it needs another 4 on this one here, so all we need to do is upgrade this one by another 3, and this one here will take up to a 3. And you see it's unlocked it for us here, so we've got, actually this is unlocked now, this new recipe. So let's add the item that it's requesting as we did earlier, and it will change it to a brand new recipe for us. We choose the corresponding items that we want. Again, it doesn't matter what we choose at this point. We're only after more recipes. And now we can craft the Omega Craft. Perfect. Look at that. Let's see. Look at this. So the Omega Craft we can have, and we've got here as well. And on the Omega Craft, if we go onto that and we zoom out, there is no recipes here. So we've gone as far as we possibly can with that one. So that's imperative to know. But if you were going across, for example, to the Ignats, if I go onto the Ignat, with the Ignats, you can actually make different things as well. So you've got a recipe of how to make Arknight, and then you have a recipe of how to make the unique charm. So you can make these if you wanted to, and the Arknight. And once you've made the Arknight, you can actually make this one here. It's the Starium, and then it goes, and then once you've made that, you can actually make this one here, and then once you've made that, you can actually make this one here, and that's how to get all of the items. So everything is attached behind another recipe. You see, like for example, the polishing powder, that you can see on this recipe list change, it gives you at the bottom. So just go through these, don't keep hold of any items or anything like this. Go through them, spend them, get every recipe that you possibly can within the game and get that early. So I hope this helped actually with a little bit of an example for beginners about how to craft, how to synthesize within the game. Well, that's it for Smart Clicks Gaming on this one. See you on the next one. Any questions? Drop them in the comments. The good, the bad, the ugly, or the troll. I'll get through them all, okay? No worries. Peace out and GG.